From the endless options to customize a person's virtual experience to the availability to immerse oneself in a game or movie. And from the unlimited opportunity to individuals to make money online to the ability for massive technology businesses to stay competitive. The race to win the metaverse is the most crucial technological race of this century. Today, we'll look at the race to win the metaverse between Apple, Microsoft, and Facebook. It is said that metaverse is the next internet, the following significant change in computing platforms that will create trillions of value and potentially be much bigger than the mobile revolution that came before it. The metaverse is being built right under our noses. If you have NFTs, if you've spent any time in virtual reality or augmented reality, if you've made a call as a virtual avatar, or if you've played video games like Roblox or Animal Crossing, then you've at least partially covered the promise of the coming metaverse. Welcome to NFT Tutor. In today's video, we're going to compare the three tech giants, Facebook, Apple, and Microsoft, and see who's going to win the metaverse race. Of course, this isn't an official announcement, it's purely for entertainment only. But before we move forward in the video, make sure to subscribe and turn on the bell notifications for more content, and like this video. Mark Zuckerberg, along with the world's most influential entrepreneurs, investors, and founders, are actively seeking metaverse ownership. But what exactly is it? Will this be a utopian paradise where we can rewrite social norms and fix the problems of our own world? Or will it become an anti-utopian system that deepens our profiteering culture? It all depends on who wins the arms race to build the metaverse and how they think about institutional design. The stakes couldn't be higher. Let's go! Of course, Facebook's renaming as Meta made headlines, as the company has promised to go in a different direction and build a metaverse over the next decade. You might shrug, but remember that 2.8 billion people use Meta's apps every day, more than a third of the world's population, so Meta's actions count. But Meta, it still feels weird calling Facebook that, didn't come up with the idea for the metaverse, and it wasn't even the first company to try to build one. Its two biggest competitors, Apple and Microsoft, also have plans for the metaverse, and you might be surprised to learn that they see the concept of the metaverse in a different light. Let's briefly review the three tech giants' views on the future of the metaverse. Meta. Meta sees the metaverse as something that includes everything. Its plans were clearly the boldest and, sadly, the most difficult to carry out until the end. Mark Zuckerberg has a passion for the subject, which is a huge plus, even if that passion sometimes delves into idealism. However, the metaverse that Meta plans is where you work, rest, and play. The latter, game, is perhaps the easiest to realize. The idea is that you can put on VR headphones and, for example, visit a popular online casino and sit down at a virtual table to play your hand at blackjack or poker. Microsoft. Microsoft is eschewing the idea of the metaverse as a social experience, for now, focusing solely on the enterprise aspect. Buoyed by the success of its business networking tools team, it has announced plans to add metaverse tools to enhance the product. In general, Microsoft offers the option to appear as an avatar at your next video conference. It might seem a little flashy compared to Meta's grand plans, but we have to say that the motion capture technology the company introduces is impressive. In addition, Microsoft plans to incorporate holographic technology into its metaverse structure. Even when your boss is on vacation, he can still look back while you relax at the office. Apple. Apple's vision is a little more difficult to quantify because it remains a hardware company, even if Apple makes its own software for its products. However, we get an idea of where the company is going thanks to predictions that Apple's AR glasses are coming next year, and AR caps are likely to follow next. This tells us that Apple's meta universe is a bit softer than Meta or Microsoft's. And to support this, the company is expecting to launch a product line of AR headphones in 2023. Now let's compare these three giants side by side in different aspects. Let's start the comparison with their experiences. Microsoft has been able to gain experience and grow through in-house products like Microsoft Flight Simulator and through acquisitions, a roster of leading game studios that have created successful franchises like Halo, Fallout, and The Elder Scrolls. Minecraft is a common name, and Minecraft's creativity says a lot about what the metaverse creator economy would look like. Microsoft Teams is a chat and conferencing platform that can lead to more engaging and inclusive workforce collaborations in the future. Microsoft is probably the largest broadest and most diverse multiplayer gaming company in the world today. The original Apple TV programming is Apple's most significant breakthrough into actual content. It's hard to say whether Apple will continue to fund more experiences, but this TV programming shows that they don't mind being content creators anymore. Meta acquired creators of Supernatural VR, an immersive fitness platform that evolves into virtual reality, featuring landscapes as far as the surface of Mars. Along with regular content updates and competitive dynamics, Facebook and Instagram are increasingly adding real-time experiences like live streaming. And Venues is a way to watch a movie or hang out with your friends in an immersive social experience. The creator economy. Apple needs Xcode to build all kinds of macOS and iOS apps, and some developer frameworks. Microsoft has extensive developer tools, including Visual Studio and countless other tools, and Minecraft teaches a myriad of kids how to create content in a relatively open metaverse. Microsoft is also investing in artificial intelligence technologies, particularly natural language processing, which will be necessary for low-code creative tools and virtual creatures. Horizon Worlds is Meta's platform for creating virtual reality content. It includes non-code or low-code content creation tools. Meta has also announced that it's possible to create accessories for your avatar that interact with non-Meta native apps via NFT. Spatial computing. Meta Apple's 3D graphics API, Apple Maps Earth Mapping, is the leading resource for augmented reality applications, especially ARKit, an augmented reality application development framework that allows Apple to create a significant ecosystem for developers before making more advanced AR/VR hardware. DirectX is the 3D graphics API that almost all computer software ultimately depends on. Microsoft is investing in operating system technology that allows augmented reality to work seamlessly with our physical environment. The AI and deep learning technology that Microsoft invested in can recognize images, which will be crucial for augmented reality. Along with its hardware products, Meta invests in software to create layered user interfaces, digital holograms, AI for gesture recognition, and more. Human interfaces. Apple makes computers, iPhones, wearable devices such as the Apple Watch, Apple TV. Tim Cook describes augmented reality as one of those very tiny inner technologies that we will one day look back on and say, how would we live without it? Augmented reality has the potential to replace nearly all of our other screens with digital holograms. Several companies can make hardware as big as Apple, so when they finally have their consumer augmented reality headphones ready, this will likely be one of the best ways to access the metaverse. The Xbox gaming system takes years of game tech experience from Microsoft and makes it work with the hardware. Microsoft is building on a large scale to make HoloLens, their augmented reality product, thanks to a $21 billion deal with the US military. While HoloLens is aimed at government, military, and business customers, it could give Microsoft a head start, allowing them to refine it before rolling it out to consumers on a larger scale. In Facebook's case, the hardware includes the virtual reality platform Oculus and the Ray-Ban Story smart glasses. While the latter doesn't have augmented reality capabilities yet, they have cameras, voice recognition commands, and high-quality audio, which I find more comfortable than wearing headphones, and that ergonomic form factor that gives us a glimpse of what kind of headphones will be provided. Still watching? Then don't forget to give this video a like to help it with the YouTube algorithm. Now let's move on to their network effects and business model differences. Apart from different investments in hardware, augmented reality headsets, experiences, and tools for developers to create, the most significant difference between Microsoft, Meta, and Apple lie in their business models. Basically, Apple's a hardware company. Microsoft is a software services and content company. Meta, or Facebook, is an advertising company. Do we think how any company approaches new products, pricing, leases, privacy, permits, and doors will reflect that DNA? What do you think? Let's know in the comment section. While it's still early to determine the winner of the metaverse and the market opportunity, we can see the level of interest that already exists with the popularity of virtual social spaces like Roblox and Fortnite that attract millions of people per day. More importantly, according to third-party research, the AR/VR industry can consistently deliver high growth for Apple over the long term, with this space projected to grow 43% annually through 2030. It's almost unexpected that Apple would be interested in this market. This can provide the company with new revenue streams and complement its other initiatives. To take advantage of the developing metaverse potential, Apple is a top tech stock to purchase. Of course, you have your own thoughts on it, and we'd love to know your opinion on it in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to click on the screen and watch the next video, 5 ways how to invest in the metaverse, as I'm sure you'll find that worthwhile to watch.